beginning band students. My name is Mrs. Preslin and I'm here today to show you a thing or two about playing the trumpet. So if you missed the super lesson or you just need a refresher, then you've come to the right place. I'm going to begin by showing you how to take the instrument out of its case and how to get your very first sound. Ordinarily, I would always say keep the case on the floor, not on your lap, so that it doesn't fall off, but just for today's purposes so you can see the inside of the case, I'm just going to keep it on my lap for now. If you have a school instrument, you want to make sure that the letters elementary band are facing up, or if you have a rented instrument from a music store, you want to make sure the brand name, like Bach right here, is facing up. If you have it upside down and you open it, the trumpet will fall out. So the first thing you're going to do is undo the latches, like that, open up the lid, and for now, let's just find the mouthpiece, which looks like this. So for the mouthpiece, this is how you're going to make the sound. And right now we're just going to practice buzzing our lips together. So get your lips wet, and then make a buzzing sound like this. Now if you can do that without the mouthpiece, it's going to be a piece of cake with the mouthpiece. So try it with me. Now we're going to put the mouthpiece up to our lips, and the crease of your lips is going to go right down the center of the mouthpiece. And if, depending on how tight or loose your lips are, you can make the sounds go up and down. So it's kind of fun to make different sounds. And I would always recommend you warm up with just some simple mouthpiece buzzing. Now we're going to put the mouthpiece into the trumpet. So all you have to do is put it in this is called the lead pipe. Give it a slight twist. That's it. Don't twist it all the way around or it might get stuck. Now if it ever does get stuck, don't try to force it out, just come find me and I have a special tool that can pull the mouthpiece out. Now the different parts of the trumpets have different names. These are called valves. This is the bell. Here's the pinky ring, the tuning slide, and the water keys. Let's give you a close-up picture of a diagram of a trumpet with all the parts labeled, just to help you remember. Now when we play the trumpet, it's really important that we have good posture. So I always recommend to beginners that they practice at home standing up, because it's so important that this bell faces straight out so you can get your sound to project outward. So let's first talk about where to put our hands. The left hand, make the letter C, or pretend like you're holding a cup. And that's going to go around the valves around the left side, just like that. Notice how my pinky is through my ring finger goes through the hole. The pinky just kind of hangs out. These two fingers are wrapped around, and the thumb is up here. Now for the right hand, this is the part that works the valves. So you're going to put your thumb underneath, and then use fingers 1, 2, and 3 for the valves. Now I know there's a ring right here for your pinky. I don't actually want you to use it yet. Just let it hang out on top like that. And that is how you hold the trumpet. So now we're going to hold it up and do the same buzzing sound you did before and see what sound we get. Now, depending on how tight or loose your lips are, you might get that sound. You might get this sound. Notice how the second note sounded higher than the first note. If you're really lucky, you might get this note. I would try to aim for either the first note or the second note. Those are C, the lower one, or G was the second one. Either one is okay. The next two notes in the book are called D, and we're going to put down, this is the first valve and the third valve. And that's your D. Now we're going to put down the first valve and the second valve for E. Now you have the three notes that you need to play hot cross buns, starting on E, then D, then C. Which is number 16 in your book if you want to kind of get a head start before your first lesson. So now that we've done our first 3 notes, I'm going to show you just some basic instrument maintenance that's really important. The valves sometimes get stuck or they just become really, really slow. See how my second one is a little bit sticky right now? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew this part and I'm going to pull that valve out. This is what the valve looks like on the inside. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sit back down and we're going to find some oil. Open up the oil, and then you want to get the oil to run down this gray part right here. It's okay if it goes in the holes, but just drop it down like that. Let it run down. Try not to drip on your clothes. And if you do drip on your clothes, it's okay. It'll come out in the wash. Oil back in your case. Now on the valve, it has a number, and you might not be able to see it, but up close it's number 2. Meaning for the second valve. Now this valve would have a number 1, this valve would have a number 3. So when you put the valve back in, you want the number to face the mouthpiece. Then you turn it and you want to listen for the click. Really hard to hear, but you'll hear it if you're up close. And then this piece, you tighten back down into there. And then just kind of work it around a little bit and it'll not stick or be slow anymore. So that is how you oil a valve. Now if you oil them and you put them back in the wrong order, it won't work or make a sound. So if it doesn't work, just experiment, take it back out and check to make sure that it's number 1, 2, and 3. There's one other part of the instrument that you do need to know about, and it's called the water key. When you blow hot air onto cold metal, it condenses and makes water inside your instrument. And sometimes it clogs up the tubing. Really easy fix. You find this little lever. You have 2 of them, one for this slide and one for this slide. All you have to do is open it and then just blow. And then the water will come out. Try to do that over a trash can if you can. And that is how you empty the water. So now you know the parts, you know how to get a sound, and just some basic instrument maintenance. Now the trumpet is really easy to take apart because you only have 2 pieces. The mouthpiece, so twist and pull, and if your mouthpiece ever does get stuck, don't try to force it out, just come find me and I have a special tool that I can pull it out for you. So mouthpiece back in the case, and then the instrument, make it fit like a puzzle, close and latch. And you're all set. So that's the trumpet. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon.